So Republicans, in an effort to stop the redistricting plans of Governor Newsom, appealed to the California Supreme Court asking them to deny the redistricting efforts because Democrats hadn't met a 30-day requirement that is a rule before introducing new legislature into effect. All this in an effort to keep Democrats in California from counteracting the measures that were introduced in Texas to redistrict for the Republicans in Texas. And Republicans' argument was the Democrats had skirted a rule requiring state lawmakers to wait 30 days before passing newly introduced legislation. But the Supreme Court ruled against it, saying that they had not provided burden of proof establishing why they needed relief at this time. So the Supreme Court voted in favor of Democrats and Governor Newsom's plan to redistrict California. I think it's so amusing that Republicans and President Trump go through all this trouble to provide fake information, fake news, false numbers, and statistics in order to push this crazy agenda, just like having the National Guard and federal law enforcement in Washington, D.C. You can clearly see that Washington, D.C.'s crime rate has decreased 26 to 36% since 2023. 2024, decrease. 2025, more decrease in crime. So why is the National Guard right now in Washington, D.C.? Because of the major crime, according to the president, that is running rampant in Washington, D.C. Yet people from Washington, D.C. are reporting that none of this is true. The Washington Metro Police is reporting that violent offenses is falling year over year from 2023 to 2025. And it was put out in a report this year to President Trump showing these numbers, and yet National Guard and federal employees were still sent to Washington to curb the high crime rate there and the homeless epidemic there. It's just hard to understand why Republicans and MAGA would lie and go through the trouble of all this falsehood, all these lies, is fake information to push an agenda that doesn't make sense anyway. If you don't like poor people, say you don't like poor people. If you don't want to commingle with regular citizens, just say that. If you just want to remain around the 1% elite, that's fine. But don't lie. Everything is a lie. And I just find that to be so entertaining when Mr. Trump is the main proponent or the main person saying that there's fake news all around when he is providing the fake news. I guess at this point I should be used to fake news, shenanigans, all kind of tactics being used just because you know that your popularity rating with the American people is probably gutter low right now. You got Stephen Miller on your heels waiting to do your job because you're messing up. You're trying to gerrymander seats. You're trying to redistrict everything except go out and meet the public. Go out and find out why people are so alienated from you. Go out and see what the people need instead of sitting from up high in Mar-a-Lago or in your tower, your ivory tower, and watching everything that's going on in the streets. But you know, that would be what a good president does. So I'm sorry. Forget I said that. I hope y'all have a great day. Looks like we're going to have a November 4th vote for the redistricting of California. So make sure that you get out and vote for that because we need to push back against MAGA and DJT at all costs. Love y'all.